Right off camera, you were talking about a little bit of an interesting statistic that you're seeing. You're seeing 26 million square feet absorbed.
Yes.
But
from a net absorption perspective, we're down year over year. More renewals. The first thing that we need to understand is that there were way more renewals than relocations, and from a year over year perspective. And here's the other takeaway. Jobs-wise, New York has always outperformed the national marketplace significantly. Last year, less so. And that's something we need to watch because the TAMI sector is slowing. The question is, might the banking sector step in? Might some more relaxed regulations or clarifications to Dodd-Frank give banks some confidence to expand again?
As you talked about tech, there's softening and then there's collapsing. There are certain companies that don't look like they're going to be around, and that must be some concern to people whose job it is to fill space in New York.
My response to the idea that we will see some form of recurrence of what occurred in 8 and 9, I think is off the table. By and large, I think the tech companies this time around are much better capitalized and can withstand some downturn. But you are right, there will be, I think, some winners and losers in this process. But the major players, I think, will be there for a long time to come. There's a much better capital surrounding those companies, available to those companies, and in my view, they are much more able to withstand what might be a correction in the marketplace. Let's face it, we are in the latter innings or extra innings, take your pick, from the cycles perspective, so we should expect a correction.
The mayoral race is getting very interesting in New York. We just heard that Paul Massey's raised a record 1.6 million. Yep. This is against a mayor who came in with a major mandate. He didn't win by a bit, he won by a lot when he came in. So what's all this about?
Well, I think it speaks to dissatisfaction, generally speaking, right? At the end of the day, the ability for a contender, relatively unknown, not in my world, but in the more broad-speaking universe.
Yeah, you're all with the pros, so it's not about
so to be able to raise that kind of capital, in my view, speaks to people's discontent or concern. Paul's ability to get over the hump now and or to take it to the next level will be his messaging and his policies. So we'll have to wait and see, but perhaps not as smooth as we think.